I've just realised that the title of this movie perfectly sums up the entire YA post-apocalyptic movie franchises. Think about it though, Wave 1 was The Hunger Games, Wave 2 was Divergent, Wave 3 was Maze Runner, and this is now Wave 4. One more to go. The Fifth Wave is another one of those young adult movies which focuses on the main character played by Chloe Grace Moretz as she runs across this post-apocalyptic wasteland in search for her younger brother who's been recruited by the army to go to war against these aliens known as the Others who have pretty much decimated the world that we know of today with 4 previous waves. The other 4 waves were an EMP, natural disasters, a virus, and morphing into other human beings and disguising themselves as them. And the 5th wave, which is what this movie is about, is total extinction. The first half hour or so of this is actually very intriguing. You get to learn about the whole backstory of the situation that these characters are in and how they managed to get there in the first place. It almost makes you question why there are nothing but bad things being said about this and why IMDb itself isn't particularly fond of it. And then the good part of the movie ended. And I got to see why people were slating this. Oh boy! And of course, with every other YA post-apocalyptic story, you've got to have the love interest. Insert generic attractive guy number 3769. How attached is this guy? I get it, okay, you're in a world that is almost devoid of the human race, but calm the fuck down, mate. I'm not gonna lie here, I don't mind teenage romance movies if they're written well. I mean, a movie like Geek Charming, that's a guilty pleasure movie of mine. The romance in that film is actually written pretty well, with very good character development. I mean, yeah, okay, at times it did seem incredibly cheesy, but at least it worked. Did it work in the 5th wave? God no. And I could go on forever about all of the plot holes that are in this. They're all over the place, and oddly enough, they all seem to come around after we learn about the backstory in the first half an hour, also known as the only decent part of this movie. After that point, it just jumped the shark so high that the shark was no longer within eyesight. The plot changes from Chloe Grace Moretz's character describing what happened to the world to having her seeing her love interest in a lake, spreading water all over his rock-hard abs. I'm not joking around here. That actually happened. And the acting as well, oh my god, especially from the guy that she has an interest in. Eddie Redmayne's performance in Jupiter Ascending was more bearable and much more subtle than him. Then I found out that the guy who was playing him once appeared in an episode of Hollyoaks, which explains why his acting was so appalling. Oddly enough, this does feel like Jupiter Ascending at times. You could come up with a really cool idea that will look great on the big screen and then ruin it with terrible writing. Well, to be fair, I would rather watch this over Jupiter Ascending because at least the 5th wave didn't steal most of its plot elements from other movies. There are sequels to the book which this film was adapted from, which will in turn more than likely get turned into motion pictures themselves. And chances are the last of them will be split into 2 parts, because you can't really have something like this without putting the last entry into 2 parts, can you? Because if Harry Potter can do it, why can't we? The movie was a massive letdown, and I honestly thought as a result of the first act that the state of January movies would start to get better, but sadly I was wrong. So as a result guys, I'm going to be giving the 5th wave a C-. I'm just glad that the month has finally come to an end so we can finally start watching good films again. Because given we've got Deadpool, Zoolander number 2 and Kung Fu Panda 3 coming out soon, I'm really excited for what the coming months have for me. So hopefully I'm going to have a great time watching those. Guys, thank you so much for watching this review. Let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts on the 5th wave were. And other than that, I've been Tartarus Pictures, and I will see you later. Good night.